Hey guys, it's Christux. Now, I'm a bit late to this topic, and when I say a bit late, I mean a day late. I was planning to make this video yesterday, but then I started getting accusations, so I felt like I had to make the accusation video yesterday. Obviously, go check it out. But today, again, we are talking about BlameTruth, the supposed Codfather. So, a few days ago, BlameTruth uploaded a video basically talking about the Black Ops 6 maps that have been released in a blog post. We're yet to play on them. And his video was, of course, more rage bait than ever. And, you know, he can't go a single video without doing his little nerdy voice talking about Activision's data. Now, let me get this, let me make this clear. I believe that Activision's data is actual data. But it's not proper data. But basically, I explained this in a previous video. Yeah, the data's true, but it's only because Call of Duty and Activision have manipulated that data over the years, where the data's now at that point. I explained it better in another video. Go check the video out. It was about Activision being corrupt. But yeah, of course he does the data in his little nerdy voice, you know. It's kind of a voice you would use to like insult your friend when you run out of insults, so you just repeat them in just a nerdy squeaky voice, and it honestly just makes him seem like such a man-child. And of course he then went on to rate the maps, and he basically called most of the maps shit, claiming, oh, they're all small maps, that none of them have 3 lanes. Like, I'll agree, some of the maps aren't great, but some maps look pretty decent, and this is getting ridiculous now. It's so rage bait. My man's out here saying the maps suck when you've yet to play on the maps. You've not touched the maps. You're literally judging it off what? One picture, an attack map. You're judging it from the blooming photo from on top of the map, the mini map. Are you that desperate for views that you have to use all this rage bait about maps you haven't even touched? About a game you hardly even touched? Because let's face it, this guy, I bet you, he did not even get past level 15 in the beta. Like, yeah, I understand he had the motion sickness issues. That's a serious issue that does and should be being fixed. But you didn't even play that much of the beta. I'm gonna say this right now. Change your name from the Codfather, because you really aren't the Codfather anymore. All you do is just suck off X-Defiant and discard whenever you can. You don't ever nowadays you rarely take an actual chance to praise Call of Duty. Obviously, yeah, Call of Duty does have its problems, but I swear, where were your positives about the beta? Activision is the problem, not Call of Duty. Stop crying about COD. Actually, try and find some positives, and have an open mind. I'll name 2 creators who I actually respect: Nero Cinema and I think it's Jay Bowenderman. They are legit creators. When they see news like this, they come into it with an open mind, even though they disagree with a lot of things Activision does and a lot of things that's happened in Call of Duty. They still actually fairly rate and criticise the game. There's something called constructive criticism. Have you ever heard of that? That you obviously haven't if all you've got to do is rage bait and scream like a crying toddler. You don't have the right to complain about Activision catering towards the little Timmies when you kind of are a little Timmy yourself. You can't take criticism. You're supposed to be one of these OG creators who, you know, played all the old games for lobbies that they say kids couldn't survive these games. You know, not these games, these days. Meanwhile, I get blocked on Twitter for just speaking facts, and it hurts your ego. You literally just milk COD for views. You don't even play Call of Duty. All you play is X-Defiant, and that game's dying because it lacks content. Obviously, I'll admit, X-Defiant is an alright game, but it lacks content and it's dying because of that. So stop trying to say, oh, it's not dying. It is dying. Does this guy generally want COD Ghost maps? Does this guy want maps like Tarak and Border Crossing from Modern Warfare 2? Most of the maps are decent. You do realise, look at all the big maps in Modern Warfare 3. And look how they work in 6v6. They really don't work. Even in 10v10, some of them don't really work. I mean, most people just camp with snipers on maps like Afghan, Derail, Wasteland, Estate. And look, what is the most popular playlist on the game? It's either Small Map Mosh Pit or Shipment 24/7, or what other Small Map 24/7 game is out there. You have to realise we're in 2024. Majority of people have TikTok brain, meaning majority of people need their dopamine hits off these small maps. Therefore, small maps are more popular. And don't forget, we still have another 6 seasons after the game launch. That's more than enough time for them to add more medium and big maps. I'll even give an example of a large map not working. Look at Rewind from the beta. You know, the big mall map. Did you, first of all, if you even played it, did you even realise how bad it played on 6v6? There's my point. All these big maps don't play well on 6v6. I mean, they could have big maps and add a 10v10 mosh pit, then what will the ratio between small maps and big maps be? Now, before I end this video, I just want to say, I already know I'm going to get comments like this saying, well, you're just using BlameTruth for views. You do realise, if I want to make a video on someone, of course I'm probably going to get more views on it. That's kind of how YouTube works. That's how the algorithm works. So think before you comment like that. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Please do let me know your opinions on this whole situation in the comments. Don't forget to like and sub, as it really does help my videos out, and it pushes them to the algorithm, and it also helps out the channel. We have a sub goal of 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And with all that being said, I've been Chris Dex. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next one.